Okay, so as I'm pouring it, it smells so bad. I look so haggard. Sorry, I was hoping I'd look cute in one of the morning videos, but not realistic. Um. Hey there, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Brittany with Bits of Brit Leveling Up. I do post new videos every Tuesday about my journey with my physical, mental, financial, and spiritual health. Today's video is going to be my 3-day juice cleanse, or my detox, or whatever you want to call this. I have done one similar to this before. I'll go ahead and insert a little clip right over here. Oh, I don't know which way. This way? Either way, you see that bad thing in the back. I'll go ahead and insert a clip over here of what my first juice was. And then I will go ahead and get into what I'm going to do for my juice. This particular juice here that you see, I did this one probably like 3 years ago. But let's go ahead and get into my juicing stuff. This is the 3-day juice cleanse and 72-hour detox that I am doing. The ones that I've done in the past, I do believe were switched day 1 and day 3. So I did day 3 on day 1 and day 1 on day 3. But this time it looks like they're doing day 1, which will be the liver and kidney detox. It will have the 6 apples, remove the seeds, 10 small cuts of beets, 1 bunch of celery, 1 cucumber, 1 lemon, 2 tomatoes, and about 15 carrots. Those will be added in last, I'm assuming, just to see how much is needed. On day 2, it is going to be a green drink. It's going to be 4 apples, remove the seeds, 2 to 3 cucumbers, small handful of parsley, 2 large handfuls of spinach, a bunch of celery, a teaspoon of ginger. Day 3 is the super colon detox. That will have 10 cuts of beets, 1 bunch of celery, a handful of cilantro, a cucumber, a teaspoon of ginger, 10 leaves of romaine lettuce, 2 lemons, a large handful of spinach, small handful of parsley, and about 10 carrots in that one as well. This day 3 is going to be odd for me because it's going to have the cilantro in it, and I'm not really a fan of cilantro. And then the rest of the instructions are each recipe makes approximately 64 ounces of juice per day, store in the fridge, and consume 1 cup of juice at every hour for a total of 8 hours. Every 30 minutes, try to consume at least 1 cup of water or more. If possible, avoid caffeinated beverages or alcohol. After you've reached your juice for the day, enjoy a meal consisting of approximately 6 to 8 ounces of lean protein and a healthy serving of green vegetables. Avoid starches and processed foods. In the evening, this person likes to drink their favorite hot detox tea. I do have a detox tea that I will be using as well, but let me go ahead and show you my grocery list here. With my 3-day juice, I do have all the ingredients on here, and I am ordering through Fred Meyer's, as you can tell. If you were just doing the juice part of it, that's what this dollar amount would be pretty much $33, but I'm going to do salad and chicken, so let me add that on there really quick. Okay, and with the chicken and the other salad mix added on there, it does add about $12, I believe. So now the total is $45.41. So this is for a 3-day juice. I'm assuming I'll have some leftover salad mix and chicken so that I can have that for my meal prep for the rest of the week. Day 1, I'm starting with the beets. I did prep day 3 beets just a little bit as well. I'm going to move on to the celery by cutting the ends off and peeling the cucumber, and then I did core the green apples. I peeled the carrots here and then just ended up cutting off the little end pieces of that, and then I'm going to end up slicing the lemon and peeling that apart. And then with this part here, you can tell that the foam at the top has built up and separated from the actual juice part of it. And then there's additional juice in my little container or my measuring cup there. So I'm just going to transfer it over to my big 1-gallon container here and shake it up just so that I can mix it all up. And it's going to be easy to be able to use, or not use, but obviously shake. When I ended up putting it together. There was still quite a bit of foam in there. And with the foam, I thought that was the most nutrient part of the juice. Obviously, I don't know if that's true or not. So what I ended up doing is adding a bunch more water to it just so that I could try to get the foam in there. What I didn't realize was that if I just would have shook it up, it would have been perfectly fine. So I did add quite a few extra ounces due to that. And then, of course, as you can see, I'm kind of transferring it back and forth to try to get all of the juices here. Kind of silly. I'm not sure why I did that, really. In the back, you can kind of see the pulp in my juicer, which there was a crap ton, and it was so gross feeling to the touch. When you see there that there's about 6 carats left over, I'm going to end up using for day 3, I believe it is. And then the juice was warm, so when I go to taste it, it's pretty, I don't know, it grossed me out. But the color is so pretty, like I was surprised. The beets really did add that vibrant color to it and made it fun. Well, of course, the orange because the carrots. Okay, so I'm about to try it. As you can see, my husband made coffee back there and it smells so good, and I'm not ready for this. But let's see, let's see. Ooh, it's warm. I'm gonna put ice in it. Way better cold for sure. Okay, well, it is about 7:40 and I have just a little bit of juice left. I am currently quarantining upstairs by myself because I'm waiting for my COVID test results, and my husband's results came back negative, so I don't want to expose him. So as soon as I get done drinking that juice, oh yeah, one thing I did want to mention was I have been having a headache off and on all day today, but as soon as I drink the juice, it seems like my headache feels a little bit better. I'm not sure if the headache is due to detoxing from the juice or if it's because I'm positive with COVID. But yeah, so I feel like day 1 so far has been a success. I am going to have a salad with some chicken on there, so I will go ahead and show that to you. So I have a 6-ounce boiled chicken breast here, probably a quarter of a tomato, and then a handful of lettuce. I'm not supposed to have this mustard, but I did dip my chicken in there already, and then I have this Italian dressing. I'm not sure if I'll end up using that or not. Okay, for today's smoothie, we have a teaspoon of ginger down here. We have 2 handfuls of spinach. We have some parsley. 3 cucumbers, some celery right there, and apples for a green smoothie. Well, I look like a beast today. Update on day 1. I felt like it went pretty well. I wasn't as hungry as I thought I was going to be, obviously, because I had that chicken, so I didn't really wake up in the middle of the night. I did wake up this morning a little hungry, but I had some water and I feel better. Today's juice is really green. There wasn't enough liquid in there to make the 64 ounces or about, so I ended up adding 2 extra apples, so let's try it. I'm assuming because of 2 extra apples, it's pretty sweet. It's actually not that bad. You can definitely taste the celery and cucumber, but this one's going to be a lot easier to get through, I think. So, cheers! Last bit of my smoothie for that day, me trying to make it look all pretty and aesthetically pleasing. On this one, it was pretty good by the end of it, I thought. Here is my salad. I did add some Italian dressing, some tomatoes, and then add some mustard as well. I was supposed to only have greens and protein. So we have some carrots, we have 10 pieces of romaine lettuce, parsley, cilantro, beets, spinach, and lemon, but I forgot the cucumber. Well, I didn't forget, I just used it earlier in the week when I wasn't supposed to. Only made this much juice. I did forget a cucumber. It said 3 to 4 and apparently, or 4 to 5, and I apparently got 4 and didn't pay attention to how many I was using, but it is super freaking red. I did add a little bit of water to it just to kind of water it down, but it's so nuts. Okay, so as I'm pouring it, it smells so bad. I look so haggard, sorry. I was hoping I'd look cute in one of the morning videos, but not realistic. Yeah, so I'm pouring it in this cup. I am supposed to only do 8 ounces per hour, but I can already tell that I'm not gonna like this one, so I'm gonna do a little bit more. I'm gonna just go for 12 just to get it done and over with. Okay. So there's cilantro in this one, so This is not happening. Okay. Oh, side note, I can get my wedding band on. I mean, it's still hard to get off and leaves indents, but I can get it on. Okay. Okay. So it's not that bad. I can just really taste the cilantro in it. I can't believe that I gagged so many times. This is embarrassing. Day 3. Yeah, this one's gonna be the hardest one for me. Surprise, surprise, we have the same thing, 6-ounce chicken breast, but it is split up into the top container has the chicken and mustard, and the bottom container is a salad with tomatoes, chicken, and the Italian dressing. With this one, I was kind of not feeling it, so I ate all that chicken and mustard that was in that top container and then left about half of this one here. I'm not sure if it was just because I drank so much water that day or my stomach shrunk or what exactly it was, but I didn't really eat that much of the salad. Well, my thoughts on day 1 through 3. Let's start with day 1. On day 1, the juice was okay. It kind of was, it wasn't ideal, but it was okay. I did get headaches pretty quickly throughout the day. Like it would just randomly come. So I'm not sure if that was like a caffeine detox or what that was. I wasn't really hungry. When I would just drink the juice and I wouldn't remember even being hungry at all. And so by the end of the night, I was looking forward to eating my salad only because I wanted something to chew on, honestly. And then let's think. So the night of day 1, I feel like I did sleep pretty well. Through my sleep, I normally wake up randomly for myself. And then of course, because my dog, he has issues that my husband and I have to tend to. And so I did sleep pretty well on that day. And then going into day 2, the green juice one, that one tasted pretty good. I did add 2 extra apples to that one, so that probably contributed to that, but there wasn't enough juice in there, so I feel like I did end up drinking that juice earlier in the day. And I did drink a gallon of water on day 1 and day 2, and then on day 3 too. Also, I mean, yeah. So on day 2, that night when I had my salad, I was once again really looking forward to that. Of course, like I mentioned, in order for me to actually be successful in this, I did have to do a few modifications, and the only modifications was adding tomatoes to my salad and Italian dressing. I did 2 tablespoons, and it was 15 calories per tablespoon, or for 2 tablespoons. I'm not quite sure. Maybe I'll insert something over here on what it actually was. It's the Kraft fat-free dressing. Sorry, the lighting's changing. All of a sudden it's getting really sunny in Oregon. And it has been, you can see it coming in right here. And it has been rainy all day. Anywho, on the night of day 2, I slept really well as well, also. And then day 3, obviously you've seen I did not like that juice at all. That was not my jam. And it wasn't necessarily because it tasted awful, but it was a smell. Like I could smell it, and every time I smelled it, it just made me want to gag. I have a really bad gag reflex when it comes to stinky things. I don't know why. Or when people make like the gagging noise, it just instantly, it's like a trigger. I'm on it. Can't handle it. It's gotten the worse the older I've gotten too, so I don't know if I'm not quite sure here. But with day 3, it was the colon cleanse. So if you didn't see what the list was of the days, I'll go ahead and insert it right here one more time for you. With day 3, the colon cleanse, TMI, I do feel like the 4th day, like the day after my juice, I did have to poo a little bit more than the prior days. And another TMI, I am a pretty regular person, so I do go more than once a day. And so the fact that I was only going once a day on day 1 and day 2, and I guess day 3 as well, it was really odd for me. And so on day 4, I felt like I was getting back into my normal thing. And then one thing that I do want to mention as well, on day 4, the day after my juice, I did go ahead and eat soup, and a salad. I'll go ahead and insert a quick little picture over here of what I did end up eating. I did want to go a little bit lighter because I didn't want to upset my stomach super bad, because I ended up having a banana after that and I just felt like my stomach was churning and I just couldn't do it. So I just wanted to be safe. And on day 5 or 2 days after my juice cleanse, I did have the similar thing, soup and salad. So I have been getting pretty regular. I'm not gonna lie, I did go back to drinking coffee. I do feel like I did have quite a good amount of results. I'm not quite sure if it's because my weight does fluctuate quite a bit, but I'll go ahead and insert my results right here. And like I mentioned, I did lose some weight. I lost about 4 pounds, 4.2 pounds and 3.25 inches, or 3.25 inches. With that weight, like I mentioned, I do feel like my weight fluctuates quite a bit. It did say that I started at 161.4 that morning, but the previous mornings and like 4 mornings prior to that, I was at like 160, 160.2. Ooh, excuse me, sorry. Other thing is, I feel like I've been burping a lot and I feel like I've been kind of sweating a little bit differently, if that makes sense. Like before, I felt like I was, I don't know. Now, I don't know if it was because of the juice or cleanse or whatever, but I don't know if you can see this. Like my face is breaking out too. There's just little spots and I've been getting, okay, I'm gonna get really up close and personal for a second. It's so bad. Oh, don't look at my nose. But yeah, it's so bad. Like it got so bad. I'm assuming that's once again from the detox. What else did I notice? Oh, let me go ahead and insert some of my pictures at the end here. But oh, one other thing I did want to mention, I did not at any point feel like I was starving in this. I did drink, like I mentioned, a gallon of water, and then I did drink about the 64 ounces of the juice, have a 6-ounce chicken breast at night, as well as a handful of greens, and then a few other miscellaneous toppings like the mustard, tomatoes, and Italian dressing. So I do feel like because I didn't follow it exactly, I may have hindered my results, but I do feel like I did get pretty good results. And for 3 days after that, or 4 days after that, I did consistently weigh the 157. I actually did get down to 156 at one point, but I did jump back up to like 159. I'm not gonna lie, another TMI, it's probably because it's almost that time of the month, so I'm starting to feel bloated and like I'm retaining extra salt and just not, not the best with that. But let me go ahead and in this part of the video here, and let's get into my results, because I'm sure this video is pretty stinking long. You can hit pause if you'd like to see my results a little bit better, but up by my sports bra you can see that it did thin out quite a bit here and then down on my back. On my back side, the right part of my love handle is quite a bit smaller, and then my bulge and my bra area looks a little bit smaller to me. This one it's harder to tell, and then towards my pant line you can see I lost some more. I do appreciate you being here and watching my videos and supporting me in my journey while I level up and get my mental health on track. I do post the videos every Tuesday like I mentioned, but I do feel a bonus video coming in soon, so stay tuned. And if you're not subscribed and turned on the notifications, make sure to do that so you can see my bonus video. And if you're interested in seeing my results, stick around for those because they will be entered in here.